Hey, hey, boss. Hey, how are you today? It's your girl, LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Always excited to share things you can do to work on your money, marketing, and sales goals too, with strategy and intention. So, this is day number 9 of Content Honey, all about how you can strategically turn that content into real money. We are going to talk to you today about creating more digital check-ins. Okay, so for the last 3 of the first 9 days, we've been looking at your core, right? We started off with 3 days of looking at your core audience, then 3 days talking about your core content. And now what I want to do is explore those core check-in messages that you should be creating, right? I always like to say, if you want folks to check out your stuff more often, you need to check in more often too. Hey, welcome. Thanks for popping on here and joining. Feel free to share who you are and where you are in this beautiful world today. You can say, hey, drop me some smiles, some likes, some hearts. I was trying to figure out what to do. As I look for, I've got all of these little baggies on my chair, and I know my glasses were somewhere, not over here. I always try to have my glasses like right in front of me before I start, and I know they're somewhere. I just don't know where. So I'm gonna be blind today. It's okay. Welcome back to my OGs. Welcome for the first time to my newbies. I am again LaShonda Henry, infopreneur, web designer, mentor for those looking to explore some things that they can do to work on their monetization, marketing, and sales. And for 31 days, I am doing this Content Honey experience so we can talk about content, both as far as content that you sell as being an infopreneur, or content that you can create to market your products and your services and the good that you want to share online. So before I do my next private one-on-one clarity call, which starts at 6:30, I figured I'd drop on here and drop some words of wisdom with you guys. For you guys anyway. Today, we're going to talk about digital check-ins, right? So first conversation we had around check-ins, I said real time, whether it be like live streams, you should be doing things where real time you can check in with your community, right? And then yesterday I said, whether it be abandoned cart or, email automation, things that you can do to automate the process of checking in. Now, today I'm going to talk to you about digital check-ins that allow you to, what I like to say, EAC, express, alert, convert. So what is EAC? I have something called my Simple System to Sales. Simple, SIMPLE, select item, market, promote, link, engage. Folks go, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. They're making marketing so hard. So I say, KISS, keep it simple. Select an item that you can focus on market, promoting, linking, and engaging around, right? My Simple System to Sales over at sistersense.com/simple. I have something called the EACs of sales that I explain inside of that. And one of them is express, alert, convert. You have to express urgency when it comes to giving people a reason why they should not only buy, but why they should buy now, right? And I want you to think about that. What are some of the companies that you personally, you utilize as a consumer, right? And they're sending you messages via their app alerts or text message alerts or email alerts. They're checking in digitally. And as an entrepreneur, you should be doing those things too, okay? So randomness on the Periscope side, but okay. Welcome. Things that you want to consider, right? How many times are you getting alerts from, again, businesses that you have signed up for, their apps, their emails, their text messages, and are you doing these things as well? Okay. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples of digital check-ins that I like to share with my audience. Number one of my favorite things is audio messages, right? So I'll sit down and I'll knock out an audio. I'll record it on my phone and I'll say, okay, well, here are some things that I need you to know now because I just kind of want to check in with you today, right? Or I'll do a video. sit in front of the camera like I'm doing with you guys right now. And I'll say, okay, well, this is what's going on in SistaSense world. Interestingly enough, today's my Clarity Calls day. And on one of my latest Clarity Calls, I was talking with some of my clients, and they said to me, well, we would love to partner with you so that some of our clients can come to you so you can build their websites. And they said, okay, well, we know that you're kind of like slowing down and you're not taking any projects until next year, but after that. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. Now they know this because I sent out several check-in messages, and I did video and I did audio. And I said, hey, if you got a few minutes, let me tell you what's happening in my world, what's happening with my company, right? Kind of like think about Apple when they do those check-ins and they're like, here's the latest thing that we are launching. This is why it's great. This is why you need to go get it. How often are you checking in with your audience, doing digital content in the form of maybe audios or videos or simple email text messages, just letting people know what's going on in your world. All right. So I want to share 3 types of check-ins that you can consider right now working on for your audience. Now, are things going to change, right? Are things going to evolve? Are you going to do things differently? Sometimes you guys are like quietly thinking about the things that you want to do, your next step, your next business move. And you're like, okay, well, I'm going to wait until, January 1st, right? I'm going to wait until the 1st of next month. And it's like, what's the difference between the 1st of next month or the 1st of the year and now? Like, what's the difference? Like, tell them now, like, this is what's coming up in the pipeline. I always give you my 3 N's: what's now, what's new, what's next, right? I love to have these communication spaces with my audience because it lets people know where they need to go to get things or why they need to get certain things before they go away. Express, alert, convert. You got to alert people to what's happening. You've got to alert people to what's limited. You've got to alert people to what, you may be doing for a while, but not forever. I always say, get it now before it goes up or goes away. Right. And these are things that you've got to kind of get into the habit of doing in your business. Right. So some of my check-in messages will let people know what's changing, what's evolving. Number 1. A great check-in message is milestones. Number 2, I said, you know what, my gosh, I've been so busy this year. I've got to say it's been such a blessing that I have basically exceeded my capacity for new clients. So I've got to shut down several things for a couple of months so I can finish out these projects, and then I'll be able to open up again and bring on new people, right? Letting people know what's happening in your world is important. Or motivating your clients, right? Sometimes I will find that energetically, maybe there's a particular message that several people are coming to me with. Being distracted, maybe procrastinating, or one of I call this my daily direction series. One of the messages is, how to take back control of your entrepreneurial journey over at sistasense.com/control. It's an audio check-in. And I said, listen, if you feel like other people are dictating what you should be doing with your life and how you should be running your business, here's what I want to do. I want to talk to you from the introvert's perspective, from the solopreneur's perspective of how you need to take back control of your entrepreneurial journey. And I remember having one of my clients say, LaShonda, I was jogging while I was listening to your session, and I had to sit in the bench, and like the tears were falling because everything, I was like, are you talking to me? Like everything you're saying right now is hitting, like for real. And so she checked in with me, and just it kind of went in lots of different directions, that conversation. But energetically, or using your intuition, sometimes you feel like there are things, not just business things, but personal things, life things, encouragement things, motivational things that you want to share with your audience, which is why having these check-in conversations is so important. Because I don't just sell, at the end of the day, interestingly enough, my clients I was just talking to, we were talking about how in addition to teaching marketing and sales or offering my services as a web designer or graphics designer, I also do a lot of mindset shifting and emotional, confidence building conversations for entrepreneurs. And in those spaces, I'll check in with my people and be like, how you feeling right now? Like, I feel like a couple of people have said this or they're feeling this. And I just want to check in and see how you doing, how you feeling, what's going on with you, right? And that's important to do too, especially during the year that we've had, which has been absolutely crazy. A lot of people have created spaces to talk about, the pandemic or what they're doing as a business or an organization to support the people that they serve. So I want you to create these digital check-ins, again, to let people know what's happening in your world, what's happening in your business. Let them know that you are there for them, that you are aware of certain things that may be going on so that it resonates with them and creates those deeper connections that allows for building a tribe and a community around your business, right? Again, a lot of entrepreneurs kind of like tread quietly and they've got all these things going on and nobody really knows that they're still in business or, some things are happening because they're like, they're always waiting to say something, right? And the reality is a lot of people, while you don't necessarily have to tell all your business, right? A lot of people who are in business consistently generate more business because of those really transparent, authentic check-in conversations that they do on a consistent basis that I encourage you to do too. Okay. So food for thought. Think about that when it comes to creating your content, honey. How often are you checking in with people? If you want to take a look at a visual check-in that I did, a video, and I said, hey, here's what's going on in my world. You can take a look at that over at sistersense.com/SCE, which stands for Sister Circle Exclusives. I did a quick video for my audience and I said, hey, here's what's happening. Here's what's going away. I'm going to give you the shutdown and the rundown and all that good stuff. So that's number one. And then number two, if you want to listen to an audio check-in message that I did, you can listen to that over at sistersense.com/control, taking back control of your entrepreneurial journey. So whether it be audio, video, or email, text, I'm always trying to proactively check in with my audience. And even sometimes you'll find that people reach out to you and they'll ask you a question or they're in need of some form of support. And when they reach out to you, you check back in with them, right? Sometimes I'll take that message and I'll say, I don't know who needs to hear this, but, one of my clients said this and they needed this. And this was my response to them. Maybe you might want this message as well, if it resonates with you or if it's helpful to you. So just food for thought, outside of just kind of randomly sharing things that you see on social media or always sharing your stuff or always selling. Think about how you can create digital content where you're proactively just checking in, letting people know how you're feeling, what you're doing, how you can support them, and how you are trying to support others, and whatever capacity you're supporting them. And hopefully if that thing that you've done for a certain group of individuals can resonate with a larger group, just kind of reaching out and letting them know. Okay. Well, there you go. So I got to go because I've got my final clarity call today. And I wanted to make sure that I could pop back on here and share some awesome good as far as Content Honey Day 9 with you. Of course, you know how we do. This is a 31-day experience. And every 3 days, we go into another core Content Honey conversation. So we're going to dive into the next 3-day set around customers. And I'm excited about doing that tomorrow. So we're going to talk about creating content and communicating with your customers as far as potential customers, number one, post-purchase new customers, and then previous customers, because those are 3 different groups. And you should be creating unique content for all 3 of them. That's for tomorrow. Don't forget, turn on alerts and notifications so you can see when I'm live, so you can jump on here live with me for that fire, and clarity. So then, of course, take care. Number 1. Number 2, if you want to uniquely, individually talk with me, email sistersense@gmail.com. And number 3, hopefully you're following the Content Honey conversation on my Instagram page at sistersense. I've been sharing these really quick Content Honey check-ins, quick quizzes. And today's quiz is out of curiosity. What's your favorite kind of content to create? Do you like to create picture-based content, audio-based, video, or text? Me, audio is my bae, even though you see me here every day. In video form. Honestly, I absolutely love and prefer to do audio-based content. Out of curiosity, whether you're watching live or via the replay, check in with me. Let me know your favorite kind of content to create and why. And you can drop that into the comment box so that I can see, and we'll see where that conversation takes us. So again, that is over on Instagram at SistaSense. But, out of curiosity, you can drop that into the comment box for this particular video if you're watching and want to share as well. All right, my dears, that's it for today. Till tomorrow, take care. Mwah.